This thing is about to finish. I volunteered for an organization for 3+ years, another one for like a year or two. The same time when I was volunteering for an organization that was outside of Nigeria, that was in Australia. I was volunteering for an organization in South Africa. And obviously, what volunteering means, you don't get paid. So the time I was volunteering for the organization, for the Australian organization, I was also volunteering for an organization in South Africa. So 2 years with one organization and 3 years with the one in Australia. Which I got a job for in Australia. That was my very first job. And that was my very first job, sorry. But yeah, I got it. They due to my consistency and my diligence and the work that I do, I was given a job, a paying job. Yeah, that brings me to my next topic. You see this volunteering thing, huh? Do it. I know there's a lot of unemployment going on, and now you need to build your portfolio. Do you guys know anything? Do you guys know there's something called portfolio? Like, you need to build your portfolio, and the best way to build your portfolio is to volunteer, because if you want to apply for a job and they ask you for 3 years experience and whatnot, then you know that you have prior experience with the job that you want to do, right? So I am pro volunteering. I'd always suggest that people should volunteer all the time. Volunteer, don't. I'm not saying I would never tell anybody that they're not serious. I know it's so hard to look for a job and find jobs and stuff. Like, it's really hard, I know. But I would never tell anybody that they're not serious when it comes to job searching. And I know our parents do not understand, because they come from a generation where job was handed to them when immediately they leave university, immediately they're done with school. You get a job on the spot, because there was a lot of employment then. But things have changed. Things have changed. Everywhere is saturated. Everywhere is saturated. So I understand the frustration. I understand the frustration that comes with looking for a job, and that's why I'm saying I am pro volunteer. Like, I always recommend volunteering. I always recommend volunteering. If there's one thing that I've learned with coming to Nigeria, is that unemployment cannot be an excuse. You always find something to do. People will always tell you to find something to do. Be it from your family, from your friends. They will ask you, what did you study? So you can render this service. You would work at a private school, get the minimal wages that they're getting. Not like they're going to be paying you a lot of money, but you cannot just sit at home. And that's one thing I've learned. And I realized that working with organizations, the organization that I volunteered with and I worked with, the guy started the organization, I think, when he was 19. The organization is doing so well right now. But when he started from somewhere. And through consistency, not giving up, and just keep doing it and keep showing up, it got him somewhere. And through my consistency with volunteering for like 3 years plus, it got me somewhere. So whatever you want to volunteer for, if you want to volunteer for yourself, by all means, go ahead and volunteer for yourself. Whatever you want to do it. If you want to register that organization, do it. If you want to partner with someone, if you feel like you cannot do it alone, do it. If you're in a point in your life where you don't know what to do, you're not sure of what to do, and you need some sort of guidance, get guidance. Consult. You can have a one-on-one consultation with me. We can help you figure this out. There's a link in my bio. I'm currently doing career coaching consultation with. You cannot have your degree and not do anything with it. We all human beings. We have passion in life. What is your passion? What do you want to do? Let's figure it out together. Let's figure it out together. Let's do this together. I know it gets hard. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you're in a ditch and you need someone to talk to, you need someone to figure this thing out with, book a session with me and we can have a conversation and we can actually figure this out. And some people have it figured out easy. If you're like me, you're an overthinker, obviously it's not easy to figure it out because you're always going to be thinking of a new idea or of a way in which that idea that you thought about is not going to work. So I understand. And that's what I'm saying. Let's figure it out together. And I know there isn't a lot of people that want to go into business because they don't want to be an entrepreneur because, entrepreneurship involves money. And then someone will be like, but then you need money to start a business. I'm not saying start a business. I'm saying be the personal brand. I'm saying if you have a skill, let's monetize the skill. So before you start being pessimist about what I'm saying, can we give it a try? And if it doesn't work, at least you have it at the back of your mind that you tried. That is always the satisfaction that I get. Like at least I'll have it at the back of my mind that I tried. So if you need an encouragement, this is it.